Yes, Zo. It's your boy, Dayron Regan, the voice of Belmont, and I present to you your DownLow news.
Rest in peace to that boy Trayvon. I got my hoodie up. They know exactly how we give it up. Shoot a bully up. And you bitches know that I cannot waste no time, bitch. I'm really grinding. If I ever said I love you, never mind it. Especially when I feel like you out here dying. I threaten you, but I fuck with you. Let's
See
see
your daily weather for this week. We're going to have for Monday, a high of 66, a low of 50. It's going to be cloudy. And on Tuesday, we got a high of 57 with a low of 45. That's going to be cloudy. For Wednesday, we're going to high 49 to a low 34. It's going to be cloudy as well. Thursday, it's going to be a high 61 with a low of 39. It's going to be sunny. And for Friday, we got a high of 59, a low of 48, and that's going to be sunny too. And for your schedule update, on April 4th will be the end of quarter 3 for 2024 to 25 year of BCHS High School. And for the seniors job shadowing will start April 7th to April 8th from 9 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. Please go straight to the job address. Please do not come straight to school. You will be late to your job, and I'm pretty sure those hours will not count. And passing it to Kamora for her interview for her people.
Hi, my name is Clamara Geiger, and here is my guest, Ms. Yule, who is the Director of College and Career Services. So, Ms. Yule, how long you been at Belmont?
So I've been at Belmont for 15 years. I started working in the middle school. I worked with out of school time after school, and then I also was the academic counselor for 5th through 8th grade. And then when we opened the high school in 2017, I transitioned to work at the high school as the new Director of College and Career Services.
Okay. So, what inspires you to come to work every day at Belmont?
Students. I believe that I'm working in my God-given purpose. So when you're working in your purpose, it becomes easier to come to work each and every day. Mm-hmm. And my purpose has to do with working with youth, helping them to develop who they are, helping them to identify what careers that they want to go into and how they can actually accomplish those particular goals. So taking them through step by step, that's my why as to why I come to work each and every day, the students and the impact that I can make with them.
Okay, so can you tell me about what is your favorite experiences being at Belmont? Like a favorite memory or something that you cherish to this day?
Well, for me, I don't have one particular experience or memory that I can pinpoint, but I like to see ninth graders. So I like to see them when they come in, they're fresh, they have all this energy, they're excited about the future. I like to see their progress over the years and how they transition, how they mature, and then how they get to the point in their senior year that they are applying for either college or trade school or an employment opportunity. They get that employment opportunity or they get that acceptance to college, get those scholarships, and to see them on senior signing day. I guess if I had to choose a memory, that would be it. My senior signing day that we have each and every year to celebrate the students and their accomplishments, because I was able to see where they started and now I can see whether they're finishing their high school career and how they're going on to accomplish whatever they want to do post-secondary. So for me, that's the exciting part of my year, just to see the growth from year to year of each student.
Well, that's amazing. I appreciate you being a staff member at Belmont and seeing how much work you've been providing to the students. Really help us grow, really see some self-discovery as students. So I thank you for your time and just giving us your undivided attention. So thank you.
We back at it today. I'm gonna introduce one of the greatest teachers that we ever had, and that helped us with broadcasting, introduced broadcasting to our sports, and introduced commentating to our sports, and live streaming overall without the use of a huddle, but use of live streaming broadcasting. I introduce to you Mr. Newber. How are you doing today, Mr. Newber?
I'm doing great, Day Day. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing the best I can.
That's good to hear.
I'm going to hit you with a few questions, probably a few follow-up questions. I hope you don't mind.
No problem. I also noticed you missed out this morning show as well. Something we produced, but sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Yeah. But, yeah. Why you miss out on that?
What?
Why you miss out on that?
What do you mean I missed out on
You
that?
missed out on the morning show.
Miss out on the what show?
The morning show.
I've been here for the morning show. I've been behind the camera this entire time. This is my first time I've been invited in front of it, which, thank you, Dayron.
You're welcome. Everybody gets one.
All right, that's fair.
Except for me.
All right.
When you first came to BCHS,
All right.
what was it like, and how were the things that were hard? What was the things that was hard to get used to?
Honestly, hardest thing to get used to was teaching. I thought I was going to be an assistant teacher. I was going to be like, second in command essentially to a classroom, but they threw me into a classroom and said, "You're the teacher. Teach. You've never taught before? Do it. You got this." And I think I did pretty well, but that was definitely first year was especially hard because I had assistants. I wasn't the assistant. So it was really hard, but thanks to students like you and everyone giving me so much support, it's really turned out well, I think.
Yeah, speaking of the students that helped you, thank you for that. What were, like, if you could name the specific students that help you, like, make it easier to get used to some of the other kids and made it, like, more simpler for you to understand, like, what kids helped you better, like, get used to the field of being a teacher more?
Specifically the field of teacher, the one that's coming to my mind immediately is my first year teaching computer science, Kion and Soraya's class. I was very open to them about this is my first year teacher. I think Jay was also one of those, Jalen Clark was one of those first year students in the classroom. Specifically, we're talking teacher in a classroom, not after school.
All right.
They were some of the first that really helped me become a teacher. And they were, kind with me, guiding me, teased me, but like in a more loving and like learning way. And it was really nice, actually.
Gotcha. So, do you enjoy it now than what you previously did before?
Yeah, this is honestly my best year. I've enjoyed this year a lot. It's going to be really bad next year, seeing a lot of you seniors leaving. It's, you guys helped build the AV club to what it is. But right now I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. AV club, the morning show, my digital media arts 2 class, like all this stuff was slowly built up over the years. And this year we started off strong. We didn't start halfway through the year getting new equipment. We didn't start halfway through the year getting, used to it. We started this year strong, and I think we're going to end this year strong.
Built it brick by brick, right?
Yeah.
Another question for you: What are some of the best things about being the supervisor or boss in the broadcasting AV club field?
My favorite thing. It's child labor. It's all the heavy things. You guys are all willing to be like, I'm gonna show off. Look how strong I am, and you guys can carry Big Bertha up and down those stairs. You know how many times Sequil has volunteered to carry Big Bertha or Jay? They're like, I can do it. I'm like, great, because I don't want to. So, but in genuine, can you repeat the question again? What's my favorite thing?
Yeah, what was it?
Love.
What was the best thing? What was the best things or thing about being the boss or supervisor to broadcasting or AV club?
So joking aside, my favorite thing is seeing the fruits of my labor. Being in front of the camera with today's broadcast and watching Jakira run through the entire show, watching all of you students run through this entire show while I sat here and inputted little to nothing. The fact that I remember one time we did a basketball game and I forgot a tripod plate and I drove back, and on my drive in I had the YouTube up and my crew started the live stream without me, and you guys were already commentating, you guys were already cutting cameras, you were one camera down because there's a missing tripod plate, but you guys did it without me. And I've watched games from the bleachers on my phone, and like that's the best moments, is like seeing it work. Yeah.
With a bit of satisfaction in there.
It is. It really is.
All right, and I'll hold you too long because I think class is about to end.
I can write passes, whatever. Continue.
All right. So this one is going to have a follow-up questions and other stuff like that. Other clubs that you do as well, such as Dungeons and Dragons and Gaming Club. I'm pretty sure Dungeons and Dragons is on Wednesday.
Correct.
And Gaming Club is always on a Friday.
Correct.
So Gaming Club inside because Gaming Club. Dungeons and Dragons. I heard that you like Dungeons and Dragons a lot. Especially with a past teacher, Mr. Diffley, also like games such as that.
Yeah.
But talk about specifically about Dungeons and Dragons. How long did you play it for, and why do you enjoy it so much to the point that you have now?
I've been playing it since I was your age.
All right.
Actually younger than you. I've been playing it since I was a freshman in high school. I have one campaign I'm currently playing with friends. Now, it's the same players for over a decade now, for 10 years. Every other week, we meet up and we hang out. And I think that's one of my favorite things about it, is just it's a moment to hang out with people. It's a moment to enjoy playing a game with someone, storytelling, watching you guys grow, and like that with the combination of the fun of like playing a board game with the rules and the movement, with the fun of role playing and everything like that, makes Dungeons and Dragons feel awesome. It also allows you as an adult to play. You know, like you don't get that much as an adult, right? You always have to be serious. Even when you're playing I've played board games with other adults, and they're relatively serious or talking about serious things. But in Dungeons and Dragons, I get to pretend to be an angry dwarf with a drinking problem who gets into bar fights over maidens. Like, I get to play imaginary again, and, you know.
Like a little kid. Like a little kid.
It's not, yeah.
A more mature version.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to learn a little bit more, like get into it. I heard about like wizards and barbarians and stuff. Mm-hmm. What is your go-to for your character? So like people who does play Dungeons and Dragons can
gets what I'm getting at. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like if you ever want to play Dungeons and Dragons, it's essentially if you ever played Skyrim or you ever played Legend of Zelda, it's pretty much that, but imagine that, but multiplayer.
Right.
My go-to is generally a spellcaster, so your wizard or your druid, or my go-to is usually the bard. He's the guy who plays an instrument and casts spells and does a lot of trickster kind of things. Doesn't really cast the fireball that kills a bunch of people, or meteor swarm, or magic missile. He's more of the charm person, or cast invisibility so he can sneak past guards. So that's my go-to, is usually the bard. And they can also use their magic to try and convince the guards to look the other way, or distract the crowd while my rogue picks everyone's pockets. I really like the camaraderie that comes with a bard. Like, he's not good on his own. He can pickpockets, he can't defeat enemies, but he can help others. So I really like his ability to assist everyone else to be better at what they are.
So you're a team player type guy.
Yeah. And that's also why I love Dungeons & Dragons. It's very a team player, community kind of thing.
And one thing about Dungeons & Dragons, if someone here talking about, like, what is he talking about? Or, like, how do I get into Dungeons & Dragons? If you could summarize Dungeons & Dragons to, like, a point that people might find interest in it, how would you summarize it to the people that's watching on right now?
So, if I had to talk to people right now, I'm going to steal this from a show called Harmon Quest by Dan Harmon. He's the guy who wrote Rick and Morty. So, Dungeons & Dragons is essentially an imaginary world made by someone called the Dungeon Master. Each person who plays is in charge of their own hero, whether it be a wizard, a sneaky rogue, or a warrior, right? A barbarian or a bard or a wizard. Right. You pick your character, and through a collection of rules, the dungeon master creates problems for you, and through a collection of rules and dice rolls to recreate the randomness of life, he tells you whether your decisions succeed or fail. So my classic example, if we can do one real quick, Dayron.
Sure.
Pick a wizard, a barbarian, or a rogue.
I usually go with a cleric, but I go with a rogue.
A rogue, a thief. All right. You walk into a busy town, filled street, market is bustling. Your keen eyes see a stall being robbed by someone in a small hood. Gotcha. What do you do?
I would attempt to take some of the money, pickpocket the thief.
Pickpocket the thief. So you're very good at pickpocketing. So I would have you roll a dice, and I would tell you whether you succeed or fail.
So let's say I just roll a 4.
All right, you failed. 4 is very bad, right? The thief sees you stealing, but so did the shopkeep. Now the shopkeep thinks you're stealing from him because you're right behind the thief as he's stealing. You're stealing. So the shopkeep now blames you. Guards are alerted. What do you do now?
Run away.
Run away. And through a collection of acrobatic checks, do you run to the rooftops? Do you run down an alley? Do you throw the other rogue in front of you?
And all of the decision of yes or no is based on dice.
Based on dice, right? And again, depending on what you're good at, right? The barbarian would probably be able to just grab the thief, right? The rogue is better at climbing through, or the barbarian can like stop and fight the guards for a bit. The wizard might cast a spell to help them get away. A rogue is really good at climbing on a roof or climbing through the hallways or like going down an alleyway and losing the guards. So like each character is good, and you can choose to do the other things. It's just you're better at different things. Is that making sense?
It's making sense.
Yeah, it kind of logically progresses. And again, like I said, I love Dungeons & Dragons because it's teamwork. You could have your barbarian help. You could have your bard distract the guards while you get away. So, like, you're not alone, so like you are in this scenario.
The more people there are, the endless amount of possibilities that can happen.
Exactly.
So,
and because it's a dungeon master making up the story as they go, it really is endless. It's not limited to a set amount of rules and stuff.
And to say a dungeon master is a physical person that counts as
yes.
So you tell me that you can play this game and be creative? Like
yes.
However you see
very.
Fit. So it's endless amount of creativity. That's whatever's going on in your mind. You could put skeletons with helmets or dragons that rides on bicycles with eternal flames around them.
Yeah, teach a dinosaur to ride a bike like a creator of Dragon Ball Z always wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Classic stories like that. You can be a bunch of Dragon Ball Z players in Dragon Ball and like make that your Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Defend Earth from alien invaders. It can endless possibilities.
Well, we can definitely see that Dungeons and Dragons can most likely pique some of our interest, so we might go check that out. You can go check out anywhere, YouTube, or get the game yourself. Get a couple of friends, and get some drinks, get some snacks. And
it's really cheap.
What you can make out of it. Creativity is your strongest strength in this game. So make sure to be creative, have fun, and be smart, and also be lucky. This will be the end of our download news. I wish everybody a good day. I want trust, love, and I believe in you to do what you think is best for yourself. Prosperity, peace, and love. Goodbye.
Ain't something I did flaw, I'm a dime breed of the realest. Ain't never worried about another nigga, so in that case, I'm the biggest. I've been traveling around the world, my pivot still ain't left the business. She got everything I want, ain't no need to fuck with these bitches. You can go and have a little fun, ain't gon' trip, baby, I get it. Ain't bullshit in this game, wherever this plane land, I'm the littest nigga there. Turn your back on me, I ain't even care if you need me. Energy made this one.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Word. Today we got another special guest today. We got Kyrie in the building.
What's up with y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up?
And then we
Yeah. Oh, my name is Kyle.
got, all right. And today we're gonna talk about pretty much about Kyrie. So like, first question is, you in college, right?
Yeah, I'm at Temple University.
All right. And what else you do?
So I'm the founder and CEO of Late Desired Paris. I'm also the founder and CEO of the Casso Foundation. I'm starting up some other business ventures, but I ain't gonna talk about them right now.
Okay.
You
I heard that though. He go to Temple though.
Temple
Congratulations.
University.
Hold on,
Thank
you
you, thank
feel
you,
me? He
thank
go to
you.
Temple.
Yeah.
But how you balance both that and being like a college a student at Temple?
So I'll be honest, balancing being a full-time entrepreneur and a college student all at the same time is like difficult. But mainly it takes like the right mindset. As long as you got the right mindset, you'll be fine. Like your mindset is everything. Balancing it, I gotta make sure I stay up on my mental health, eat right, make sure it. Sometimes I can't even say get enough sleep because I barely do that. But your mental health is everything with that.
So what made you want to do these things? Like do these businesses? Like you like clothing brand and all that?
So honestly, I'm gonna be honest. This stemmed from when I was younger. Entrepreneurship always been like something I was always like interested in. Like when I was younger, I would always find ways to like make some money, whether it was reselling something.
Yeah, hustle.
It was always some form of hustle, but what really made me like go full throttle with it and be like, yeah, this is what I'm doing is when I lost my big brother, who was also an entrepreneur. He was the founder of Premier Band D. His name was Sakari Johnson. So after losing him, it made me like, I lost him. I went through all of the grieving and all of that, things like that. It took me some time to really get back on my feet. But once I got myself together, I said, yeah, this is what I'm going to do to be able to tell the world our story.
I like that. My condolences. And then I also want to ask, what does this brand mean?
So, Les Desires Paris in French is the root word is the root of to want. When I made this brand, I knew that my goal was solely to connect with people, inspire, because my brother, that's exactly what he did to me. He inspired me to reach new levels, to always, be a student, always want to grow, and, just experience new things rather than, what we see in our everyday environment, all the negative stuff. So I wanted to create something that had, like, some substantial meaning and actually meant something deeper than just, a garment or whatever it is that I'm creating. So that the meaning of Les Desires Paris in French is the root word of to want, but everybody want is different. What everybody want is different. You might want to own a trucking company. You might want to own the doctor's office. Everybody, what they want is different. But for me, what Les Desires Paris strives to do is to connect with people and help them get one step closer, whether it's giving them game, some advice, and things like that, helping them learn, pointing them in different directions so that they'll be able to go get the game if we can't give them to them, and, providing them with outlets and things like that. So we push to, inspire people to go after what it is they want in life, no matter what they going through right now, because we believe that today's circumstances don't determine tomorrow's outcome. And we also believe the statement that we say to everybody, follow your heart. Your heart tells you exactly what it is that you truly desire. So follow your heart to get to, your end goal, accomplish all your goals and things like that.
I like that.
What's your end goal of your what's your end goal of your business? Like what you want to accomplish?
So my end goal really is to have a big impact with my nonprofit. To me personally, I love making clothes. Like I love designing clothes. I love fashion. I'm real into it. But for me, what really matters to me is my community and impact that I have on, the young individuals that I'm around, I connect with, or, anybody that I just come in contact with, younger or older, it really doesn't matter. So my end goal is to really have a nonprofit that can, impact the environment, whether it's, where I'm from, just all over the world in a positive way. Push people to follow their dreams, chase their dreams, accomplish their goals, provide people with outlets when it's needed. People need to talk to people about things that they're going through sometimes. And, provide the people with a safe space amid all of the chaotic stuff that may be going on, around in your neighborhood. For some people, maybe in their household, they may need a safe space outside of their home. Everybody needs a safe space outside of their home. For some kids, it may be school. For some adults, it may be work, or it might be in their car. But, everybody needs a safe space. So my end goal is to really have a safe space, with different branches of things that people need to, to thrive.
Okay. Other thing is where do you see yourself in 5 years? Everybody asks that question.
I ain't gonna lie, I get this question a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I really don't think about 5 years down the line, because 5 years to me is still fresh. I think 20, 30 years down the line where I see myself then. But I would, for 5 years from now, I see myself still, laying the foundation for whatever business it is that I'm building. Whether it's the nonprofit, the clothing brand, or the other stuff that I'm getting into. I really see myself really working to lay the foundation to get this stuff off the ground, for the next few years. So yeah.
Are you willing to help others that trying to start a clothing brand?
Oh, I'm always willing to help others to start a clothing brand. What clothing brand or business in general? Right now I started to create videos on my social media, on my Instagram, TikTok, and I'll be branching out to YouTube Shorts and things like that to really help individuals that may want to start a clothing brand. I'm giving them tools. And a foundation of how to get started. So how to figure out a name, things that you can use to design a product, how to source and manufacture, different materials to use, everything. Just the basics to, get yourself off the ground. Because I know for me, I had someone who was able to, give me these pieces and all the tools that I needed to start, or for me to see how you were able to manage and maintain a business, especially a clothing brand, which is difficult. And for others, they don't have somebody that may be able to give them these same tools. So I'm, pushing this out to the community, anybody who needs it.
But no, real rap though, he give me some game though. I told him about his long career journey I've been trying to start. He was giving me some game.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
I'll be dropping videos. If it's not
I be seeing them Jones sometimes.
Yeah,
we
dropping videos all the time, giving out game.
Yeah. Let's see. What is your, I guess your philosophy, or what do you believe? I don't know how I say this, but what is your philosophy on success?
Success is, honestly, I think how I would define success is different for everybody. I feel like stuff like this is, success isn't having a mansion and a 16-car garage and things like that. Success to me is having an impact on my community, being able to take care of my family. So success is different for everybody. Everybody sees success as something different. Some people may see success as, I got $30 million in my bank account. I got a 18-bedroom house with 30 bathrooms, 16,000 square feet. That type of stuff to me is not needed. And I'd rather put my money, my time, my energy into impacting people. For while I'm here. That's what I see success. I'll say I'll think to myself all right, I feel like I'm successful when I'm able to have whatever it is that I build or game I give to individuals. When I see them take it, use it, and excel and get to these realms that they want to be in, these places of whatever it is success to them, get to a place of success that they would where they believe is success, get to those places.
I like that.
Yeah, that's how I would define success for me.
I just had a question and just. Oh, college life. We're gonna talk about some college life. How that joint is?
Man, I'm be honest. College life, coming from a smaller high school, transitioning into college with thousands of students, like your class, your graduating class size won't be 300. No, it might be like 3,000-4,000. Like it's a transition and there's a lot to take in. Like my first semester, it was a lot to take in. Like I'm walking on campus, I'm seeing thousands of students on campus at one time, and that's just who got class at that moment. I'm in classes with 70 people, going from a class size of 20. Got auditorium setting with 200 people and things like that. So college life is like. With that transition, you got to be able to take in a moment. But for me, being someone who's always able to like adapt quickly, I was able to adapt to that change, really quick. But for others, like advice that I would give to them is like really prepare yourself, because there's a difference once you step out of high school and get to college. You get to college, your professors won't be down your back. They won't be telling you, oh yeah, make sure you do this. Compared to, high school, your teachers, they might tell you every day until assignment due, and even afterwards. They'll make sure you do this assignment. It's due this day. All right, give y'all some extra time. No, like my first ever college course, my first day in class, had a professor put on the board the calendar. He showed us when the midterms was going to be, when the finals was going to be. We had a test every 7 days, exactly. Every 7 days, we had a test. And he said, all right, I don't need no introduction. Y'all can go in the syllabus, look at what the course is about, what I need from y'all and what to follow, the layout for the class. And, I'll get to know y'all as we go along. But we jump right into it. And, all I know is the first week of class, we doing introductory stuff. Like, we doing introductions, like getting to know each other, little icebreakers and things like that. I didn't get to see that. It was straight to work. My first week of college, I had papers due, like 6-page papers.
Word.
6-page papers. This semester I had a course that I just started taking. My first day in there, we had a quiz. First day sitting down, we had a quiz. Like, so making that transition, like, it's definitely a lot to take in. Like, but you just gotta be ready. Like, and listen to like anybody who may have went through college or experienced that. Listen to them, because it sounds cliche, but like for me, having like my old heads tell me like, oh yeah, when you get out of high school, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. Like, I'm seeing it for myself. So coming from like being in the seat of like, man, nobody want to hear that right now, to actually watching it play out. Now it's like, I be like, oh my God, like they wasn't lying. Like, this stuff really happening. So like, listen, when somebody be trying to tell y'all something, even if everything don't stick, some stuff always gonna go on one ear and out the other. But like, try to take it as much as possible. Like, I had a gym teacher and a wrestling coach. His name was Coach McCabe. He, I believe, I'm not sure if he's still at the middle school, but in wrestling, he always say like when he be giving us advice and stuff like that, he will always speak on that is like giving advice to somebody is like throwing mud at a wall. Some stuff gonna stick, others gonna slide. But somebody trying to give you game and steer you in the right direction or prepare you for a next chapter in life. Try to take it as much as possible, because you might get to somewhere, or you might get in a situation and you might look back and be like, all right, now I know what to look out for, what to be aware of, because somebody done already put you on game. Like, all right, this is what you need to be aware of. When I was in this situation, I had to deal with this, and that. I had to worry about this. So yeah, when you get somebody telling you something, look, listen to them.
Word down.
All right, what classes you taking college?
So my first semester, I had to take straight gen eds.
Okay.
I had to take straight gen eds, and that was solely because I had literally the last orientation, and I did not know that it was earlier orientation dates. So when I got in there, I'm registering for classes. I'm looking through, all of the courses, and all of them are filled. And like, what really surprised me when I was looking at all of these, so in there when you register for classes, it tell you the class size, how many people are on the wait list, and how many of the seats are taken. this class in there with 200 students. 200 students, like, like you. So my first semester, I took strictly gen eds, and for those classes, it was I enjoyed them, cause it like one of them it was based on like it was something called technology transformations, and we talked about how light bulbs work and all of this other stuff that was pertaining to technology that I wasn't really too familiar with. And it was like it was good to be able to learn about that stuff. But for right now I'm getting more so into like classes that's geared towards my major, which is entrepreneurship and innovation. And those courses, I got 2 business courses. One is leadership and organizational management, and the other one is legal and ethical reasoning in business. And they're both like geared towards business. The legal and ethical reasoning in business one, that one is like we study like statutes, so it's kind of somewhat of a law class, but we study cases that businesses may have been through. Maybe somebody filed a lawsuit against a class action lawsuit against a business for something. And we study the case and go over like should the business be held liable, or should they be held not liable. And for the other class, we go over things like business plans, how to maintain a successful business. The classes that are geared towards my major are way more interesting because I'm actually talking about things that could benefit me.
That's the last question, but I want to ask. This is like probably I don't know, basically summed up. What would be the most or the advice that stuck with you the most? That someone ever told you.
All right. So I like to be transparent with with everybody, and I speak on this experience to really maybe it'll touch people and kind of steer them in the right direction. So all through, I'm gonna give a little backstory. So all throughout my years in school, I didn't think that I had to really put in too much work to get maximum effort, and I was doing like really the bare minimum and getting maximum results, whether it was not studying, barely paying attention to the material in class, still passing with straight A's and things like that, and that was all the way up until I got to my senior year, and I got faced with an English teacher that I would never forget. Like this man, I would never forget him. To this day, me and this man are still in contact. And it was my AP English class. His name was Mr. Fisher. And I thought that I could do bare minimum and get maximum effort. In his class, every other class, I was doing all right. My grades was passing. It was just his one. So now I never forget. I had a 13 in his class at one time. I come into class thinking that I could just basically do whatever. Like I'm a senior, I'm about to get up out of here. No, he hit me with a reality check. I come in class smiling, things like that, just doing whatever, and he'd be like, bro, like you don't got nothing. Smile at like you're not doing good right now. Like you need to get yourself together. And towards like the middle of the year, he had a conversation with me and told me like yo, you need to get it together. Like you're not doing enough. Like you're not doing nothing at all, really. And that from that point on, it was like, all right, I started to get myself together. I failed to the first quarter of his class. The third quarter, I came out with like a C or something. And we had a conversation at the end of the year where it was like, he told me, he was like, I'm gonna be honest, like I appreciate your effort and you starting to get it together. He's like, but like, I'm gonna break the reality to you. He's like, you didn't do enough in the beginning for you to pass this class. And I'm like, huh? And he told me, he's like, you're a bright kid. He's like, but you're not putting your knowledge in the right place, really. And he's like, you're not really seeing things for what it is. And he told me, he said, you'll always get out of life what you put in. Like, you'll always get out of something what you put in it. And that right there, like, that experience that I had with that man and hearing that, it made me look at life totally different. Like, it made me look at things like totally different. From then on, I realized like whatever it is that I'm doing, I need to give 100%. I cannot be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I gotta be all in, and I gotta really lock in with it. And I had to really, like, have a conversation with myself and tell myself, like, as I move on through chapters in life, and I move up in life, I need to shed old habits, whether it might be something small that, I might not look at it as like, oh, it may hold me back when I, get to different places. But as you excel and you move up in life, you'll have to shed things, whether it's relationships, friendships, habits, materialistic things, whatever it is. And I had to realize, like, having that experience with him really made me, like, that's what really prepared me for the next chapter in my life, which was college. Because all through, my years in school, no one really told me that I needed to really, really put the effort in to see results. And, he hit me with that reality check, and I'm like, all right, it's game time. And still to this day, like, I tell him all the time. Like, I was just talking to him about 2 weeks ago, and I told him, he was helping me with a paper of mine, but I told him, like, I really appreciate him for, telling me that, and, not just letting me just slip through the cracks, and giving me that experience, because that's something that will stick with me for the rest of my life. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you for watching this episode. We'll see y'all next week.
Energy made this one.
What's up, Belmont? Inside Mary here. We back with another episode of Belmont Madness. And today I got a special guest with me.
Janaea.
Today we're gonna be ranking pizzas in order from 1 to 5. We got 5 different spots. And yeah, let's get right into it.
You forgot that we try and guess which one.
We really do got guessing too. Like it's a mystery order. So we're gonna start off with number 1. That's
Can I get the plate that was?
No, I was about to grab you that joint too, though, chill.
This the one you touched?
No, I didn't touch that one.
Don't worry. Thank you.
All right, on the count of 3, we're gonna taste it.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3. Strong, all right. I'll rank number 1 a nice little. I'll show you.
I say 3.
Damn, that was low. Like, that's low. I said a nice little 6 out of 10. What do you look for?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Like a 7.
What do you look for in like a good pizza? What's a good pizza to you?
Like, it's not too greasy. The bread not too hard. Low-key, I don't like cheese pizza like at all. It's too plain. I prefer like pepperoni. Like, I need something on top of it.
Yeah, for sure. Where number 2 at though? Number 2 right there, right? All right, bet.
Damn it, ain't no plate under this one.
You good? I got my other. All right. So we got number 2 now, y'all. We about to try number 2. On the count of 3. 1, 2,
3.
This John, it's just red. Like, it ain't too crazy. Like, it's calm. I give this one another 6.
It's good.
It's time. It's like what I look for in a pizza. You know, like it can't be too cheesy, too greasy. The cheese gotta be melted just right, though. You feel me? Crust can't be too hard, not too thick, not too soft on that tip. Yeah, we about to try number 3 now.
Yeah, let's yeah. I'm gonna just skip that one. I ain't reading that shit. Sorry.
Oh.
My fault.
Yeah, we on number 3 now, y'all. Let's join. We about to see how this is for. We going on the count 3. 1,
2.
You ain't jacking that one? It's crazy because I really know which one that is too. That's my joint. Like, I don't like how they carried it today, but I'll get them an 8 for the day, but I don't like how they carried it today. It's usually better. We on the 4th one now, y'all, you feel me?
I don't got nothing to drink. Like, damn. Oh, you going all... Why you trying to take the bigger piece?
No, it wasn't even like that, though.
No, it's like that.
Wild blood think he getting a slice, though.
You ready?
We on the 4th one, y'all. We gonna try this in 1,
2.
You ain't feeling that one? No, yo, there's something wrong with the taste buds. You just don't like it. I don't know, like.
Like, why it tastes burnt?
This one,
Y'all can keep that one too.
she not feeling the 4th one.
Nah.
You ain't feeling it?
The first one was really good.
You jack the 1st one? Okay, that's fair. 4th one, I respect that one. Yeah.
We gotta guess which one is which. Well, not for this one. This shit good.
Doing our last one now, y'all. Hold on, slow down. We gotta get the piece now, you feel me? This one, you feel me, like it was just too obvious, like it wasn't like really like a guessing type of thing, but can rip me a little piece off. I thought it was like we was just getting the whole side.
No, you hungry?
I'm tweaking. All right, that's me. I'm tweaking. All right.
I mean, they cut it into 4 for a reason, right? Sorry, my fault.
Trying piece now, y'all. Feel me? So.
1, 2, go.
Now, peach, that's one of them ones. Peach, one of them ones.
Can't go wrong with that one.
I probably rate pizza a nice 8. I give pizza 8.5. Peach gotta get the highest.
I love pizza.
But it's like now,
We got
What you rate pizza? What you rate pizza?
a 9.
9.
You can't go wrong with pizza.
Okay. Then we gonna go on the guessing part. You feel me? So it was out of 5 stores. We got Allegros. We got Fairmount Pizza. We got Gitano's. We got Salvo's. And we got Pete's. Number 1. I really do feel like number 1 was
Fairmount.
no.
Fairmount.
I mean, what you think it was?
Fairmount.
I think number 1 was Gitano's.
Have you ever ate from any of one of these places?
I ate from 4 of these places.
Okay.
What you think number 1 was?
Fairmount.
Fairmount. Number 1 was actually this slice. That was number 1.
What you think number 1 was?
Gitano's.
Okay.
I'm lying. No, I'm not lying. I ain't lying. Cool. Number 2, that's the square pizza.
They could keep that.
I really think square pizza with Salvo's.
Yeah, I was
like
about
that
to
just
say.
give up like the name and all that. Like they give up back in the day.
Some type of old Italian genre. Like,
For sure.
I ain't like it though. Y'all can keep that.
Number 3 was Allegros.
What's number 3? You gotta take a bite to remember.
That was Fairmount. That's number 4. Fairmount was number 4. Pete's was number 5. We already established that. Fairmount was number 4. Salvo's was number 2. I believe it was Gitano's number 1. And Allegros was 3. That's how I feel. How you
Okay.
feel?
I feel like number 1 was Fairmount. Number 2, what you say was? The Salvo?
Salvo's, yep. Salvo's.
Yeah. No. Number 1, Fairmount. Number 2, however the hell you say that, Gitavo's. Number 3, that was like the little school.
No, number 2.
No, number 2 was the Salvo's. Number 3, however you say that, I feel like number 4 was Allegro's, and number 5 was Pete's.
Okay.
You ready for the reveal?
Ready for the reveal.
Damn. Well, at least we got one right.
No, I had a feeling like Gitano's was really like 2.
Damn.
I had a feeling about that.
Either way, number 1 was good. It ended up being Allegro's. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what do you rank all of these?
Number 1, Allegro's.
Okay.
Number 2, Pete's.
Okay.
Number 3, Gitaro's. Number 4, what number is this right here?
Okay.
I don't think I want to rate no more, cause like I can't 1 through 5. It's gonna be at least -0. What you rating?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go pizza. My base one today. I'm gonna go pizza at 1. I'm gonna go Allegro's at. No, I'm gonna go Fairmount at 2. No, I'm lying. I'm gonna go Pete's 1, Salva's 2, Fairmount 3. Mind you though, Fairmount always got some good pizza. I don't know what it. I know what it was. Bro went at 9 a.m. That's what it was. That's what it was, y'all. I'm gonna go Fairmount 3. Gitanos 4. Wait, hold on. I gotta re-say this. Hold on. I said Pete's 1, right? Sava's at 2. Allegro's at Fairmount at 3. Allegro's at 4. Gitanos at 5. That's just how I feel today. Overall, though, great experience. Great taste test.
Not great pizza.
She yapping.
I'm sorry.
It was calm. It was calm.
It was only like 2 out of 3 that was real good.
2 out of 3. Okay.
Would I do this again? Probably. With pizza? Nah. Y'all can keep that.
Wow, Belmont. It's been a great journey today. Great podcast today. Yeah, wonderful day today. So with that being said, Belmont, thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button, that subscribe button, share it to all your friends. Stay tuned for more. Peace out.